start a 7th chapter. ठीक है? It is decolonization to political integration of India. Okay, so first of all, very important, can someone tell me what do you mean by decolonization? कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? डीकोलोनाइजेशन. अच्छा, कॉलोनाइजेशन के बारे में पता है? हेलो
दीदी, कॉलोनाइज होना अपना.
बी अ लिटिल लाउडर प्रीति.
दीदी,
like
कॉलोनाइज करना नहीं, मतलब वो होना, जो भी हो.
what is decolonization?
Don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you. So in your textbook it says that decolonization is the process of ending the colonial rule and handing over the political and administrative power to local people by the colonialists. Now abhi kya hua tha, as I said, right? Just a minute. Okay, so you remember I had told you guys the Portuguese had come to India. फिर ब्रिटिश आने लगे.
हाँ दीदी, यस.
हाँ, फिर कैसे वो लोग अपने छोटे छोटे कॉलोनी सेट करने लगे.
हाँ.
Yeah, so now when it came for a time, now अभी देश में एक ऐसा टाइम आ गया था where India wanted freedom, okay, and Indians told the British that we need you to get out of our country. So whatever whatever you guys have and wherever you all are staying, so you all please move out of our country because ये हमारा देश है. So decolonize yourself, okay? So main important introduction, if you get the decolonization answer, you will write decolonization is the process of ending the colonial rule and handing over the political and administrative power to local people by the colonialist. Okay, example, like same thing I would give you, right? After India becoming independent, and there's an example which I've put up, is that an example of colonization in India becoming independent from England after the World War II. So after the World War II ending and all those things happening, thoda procedure laga, and then after that we became a free country. Clear with the definition?
Yes दीदी.
Okay, fine. We'll move ahead. Now, opposition to colonialism, struggle for independence, and the nations under colonization regaining their independence are the 3 stages of decolonization process. Okay. Now, opposition to colonialism first, then struggle for independence and the nations, and third is under colonization regaining their independence were the 3 stages of the decolonization process. So there was a process to follow. You just cannot go out from, like for example, ठीक है, तुम विल्सन कॉलेज में आए हो to rule over Wilson College. Fine. After some years, the principal of Wilson College gets permission from the Mumbai University to request you guys to move out of the college, and now the principal will take charge. So you just will not move like that only, right? Procedures होते हैं move out करने के लिए, कुछ paper sign करना होता है. There are laws, rules and all. So for example, if you buy a new house, okay, you just don't go and अपना सामान भर नहीं लेते हो ना तुम लोग उस घर में. तुम लोग देखते हो, ऑफिस जाते हो, टोकन लेते हो, पेपर्स, घर के पेपर्स बनाते हो and all those things. Fine, cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes didi.
Fine. So India became independent on 15th August 1947. However, at that time there existed several princely states in India which were ruled by the hereditary rulers under British suzerainty. Now, now what do you mean by suzerainty? Is that it is a relationship in which one state or other political controls a political country or political organization controls a foreign policy. Fine. So British were a foreign policy first of all. So still things were under their rule. Now these states were given the choice to decide whether to accede to India or not. Now they were given a choice to give India back some stuff. Like when I'm talking about politics, it comes to your mind about little bit about the government, then little bit about the princely states or something like that. एक laws rules कुछ जो भी है वो political background में वो देना है कि नहीं देना है. Just a minute. Okay. So after that, if these states had decided against it, then it would have become very difficult to create the Indian Union. Okay. Now, if the British only took control, even if, for example, if they're giving 90% of independence, 90% they're saying you rule India, but the 10% we are ruling. The 10% also is a very, very big thing, right? अगर तुमको कोई बोलेगा कि प्रीति तुम्हारा just a minute. I'm audible, right? You guys can hear me, right? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
Siri, we can hear you.
Because we all muted.
Okay, fine. So now Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the first deputy prime minister and the home minister of India, pursued most of the rulers of these states in favor of acceding to India so that the political integration of India could be possible. Important, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Okay, he was the first deputy prime minister and the home minister of India. कोई बोल सकते हैं इसके बारे में? Anybody knows about him? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Come on, guys. Hello, people.
Didi.
Yes, go on. जो भी बोल रहा है.
सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने मतलब सभी स्टेट को एक करने का काम किया था.
Okay, very good. What else?
दीदी मैंने उनके बारे में पढ़ा है लेकिन याद नहीं आ रहा कुछ.
ये प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे ना?
Yes, he was.
हाँ प्राइम मिनिस्टर.
Was first prime minister, I think.
Yeah, he was the first deputy prime minister and the home minister of India. So दो चीजें थे वो, एक तो deputy prime minister and home minister. I'll tell you a little more about him. ठीक है? Now he was born in Nanded, okay, and was raised in the countryside of the state of near Gujarat. तो गुजरात के साइड पे वो पले बड़े थे. ठीक है? पहले उनका जो प्रोफेशन था, what he was a lawyer. ठीक है? वो एक lawyer थे और एक farmer family से belong करते थे. Fine. Then he also took part in Quit India movement and also started promoting the Quit India movement stuff. Fine. Then what else you can see is that he died on 15th December 1950. So just 5 years after independence, this guy expired. Fine. Let's not waste time. Let's go ahead. Now, decolonization to political integration of India. Now, integration means mixing things or people that together. Okay, mixing things or people together. Okay, integration. You're integrating with something, right? When you say integrated courses or something like that, that means what? You are having two courses which are combined together. For example, I'll give you an example. History and political science. Okay, these subjects get integrated with each other. Fine, you study in history, you study about political science, and in political science you study a little bit about history, about how people ruled and how things were and all those things like that. Okay, this is another small example I'm giving you guys. Now, when India gained independence, there were more than 600 princely states of various sizes. Their political integration was the biggest challenge faced by the leaders of independent India. Obviously 600 princely states इतनी बड़ी चीज होती है. मतलब अब हमारे leaders, अपने Indian leaders कैसे they will see to the responsibilities of these princely states. Just a minute. So there was political awakening in the princely states because of non-cooperation movement. Then Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel handled the situation with great skill and tact. So this guy was not only नाम के लिए ही सिर्फ वो president नहीं थे या sorry, not president, prime minister nahi the, and not a home minister just by for name, but he actually did something for the people. You can see, maine aise line padha, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel handled the situation with great skill and tact. मतलब you can imagine the people, हमारे देश में इतनी आबादी है, अगर तुम एक ग्रुप को ही संभालोगे वो ही बहुत बड़ी बात होती है. Okay, he took this approach and won the confidence of the rulers of these states. Just a minute. With the exception of Junagadh, Hyderabad and Kashmir, remaining states responded positively to the appeal and merged in India. So कुछ states ने इनका whatever he said and whatever he was speaking to the people, they accepted. The states accepted it. Now, each one of us know that for each and every state there was one person, or you could say now we have chief ministers and all those things, right? But earlier we did not have all those things. We had kings, or we had one person who was chosen by the British to rule, to look over the state. Fine. But remember, three places, Junagadh, Hyderabad and Kashmir, and some more states responded very positively to the appeal and merged in India. Later, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel adopted a stern policy and resolved the problem of the assassination of those states who were unwilling to accede. तो उन्होंने कुछ जुगाड़ लगा के कैसे भी करके बाकी स्टेट्स को भी मना लिया था. जुनागढ़, it was a princely state in just a minute, यहाँ पे बहुत blur है. One minute. Saurashtra, that was in Gujarat, the people of this state were ready to accede to India, while its Nawab wanted to merge in Pakistan. Okay, as I said, now there were one person put in one state to see to the state, or a king which was there for a state. So, however, common people opposed the Nawab's decision. Obviously, अगर एक इंसान बोल, obviously people तो भड़केंगे ही. अगर सरदार वल्लभभाई पटेल इतनी बड़ी चीज कर रहे हैं, पूरे जो भी स्टेट्स है वो इन्वॉल्व कर रहे हैं इंडिया में, और ये इंसान, ये जो नवाब थे, इनको ही नहीं जाना, तो obviously people तो भड़केंगे ही. At least that state is being recognized because they are coming into India, right? So he escaped to Pakistan, and in February 1948, Junagadh merged in India. Any doubts so far, guys? Hello, guys. People.
दीदी नो, बट नो दीदी आपने लास्ट बोला, वो लास्ट जो बोला ना वो मुझे नहीं समझा.
Okay, fine. I'll repeat myself again. So Junagadh, okay, basically where this place is near Gujarat, and then this Nawab. Okay, now the Nawab's name is not written out here in the textbook. So this Nawab wanted to merge in Pakistan. Now, obviously, when we say Nawab, that means it gives you an impact or a thing like, it's like not impact, but basically it talks like it's going to the Mughal stuff, right? Nawab and all those things, like a Muslim stuff. So this guy obviously did not want to be in India. He wanted to merge in Pakistan. But some people said, the subjects out there, they did not want to merge with Pakistan, but they wanted to stay in India. Okay, they wanted to make Junagadh the state of India itself. So he did not like this decision and he ran away. Okay, he went to Pakistan, and in February 1948, Junagadh merged in India. Fine, Preeti?
यस दीदी. तो जूनागढ़ ने डिसीजन दिया ना?
No, Baba. Junagadh did not take any decision. Okay, they did not take any decision. So what happened is, after this Nawab running to Pakistan, the people who are there, who are in charge of getting all the states into India, those guys took a decision for them. Okay, they have not
अच्छा
directly said who took the decision, but they have just mentioned in February 1948, Junagadh merged in India. Fine.
ओके दीदी.
Okay, fine. Anyone else? किसी और को कुछ है डाउट वाउट, या कि सब सो गए, कि दूसरे टैब पे है, क्या हो रहा है?
नहीं है सब.
नहीं
हो ना सब लोग यहाँ पे, कि इंस्टाग्राम पे या मैच
नहीं
पे?
नहीं नहीं.
हाँ हाँ ठीक है. सो नेक्स्ट इज वी सी द हैदराबाद फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल. ओके, कोई हैदराबाद गया है? एनीवन हैज बीन टू हैदराबाद?
नो.
नो दीदी.
आज क्या हुआ क्लास को? इतनी कमजोर क्या हो रहा है? क्या हुआ गाइस? बहुत लेक्चर हो गया क्या आज?
नहीं तो आज आज
Exam
ना
हुआ,
सब
party का
लोग का
time.
टेस्ट हुआ
ओ
तो थोड़ा लाइक टेंस्ड हो गया शायद.
ओके 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 फाइन
नहीं
फाइन.
नहीं, मेरा कुछ भी नहीं हुआ है. मेरा लास्ट लेक्चर था.
ओ माय गॉड, हम लोग का हुआ, ये ए डिवीजन में है ना इसलिए.
ठीक है आई विल फिनिश फास्ट सो दैट यू गाइस कैन रेस्ट. ठीक है, फटफट खत्म करती हूँ मैं.
ओके ओके, फाइन फाइन.
हाँ, सो हैदराबाद वाज द लार्जेस्ट अमंग्स द प्रिंसली स्टेट्स इन इंडिया. ऑब्वियसली इतना बड़ा अभी तक, इट इज लाइक ग्रेट एंड वंडरफुल एंड अमेजिंग. अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई हैव नॉट बीन टू हैदराबाद, बट आई हैव हर्ड अ लॉट अबाउट हैदराबाद. स्पेशली द फूड ऑफ हैदराबाद इज अमेजिंग. मुझे खाने का बहुत शौक है, सो आई लव
दीदी
प्लेसेस.
मैं गया था जब, तो मैं बहुत छोटा था. अभी फिर से जाने का दिल करता है. उधर का मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा.
Yeah, when you're small, no, you when बच्चे होते हैं ना, हम बचपन में ठीक लगता है, but then when you, first of all, if you are a history student and if you're studying about a place and if you're studying about this, you feel more interested. Recently, मैं
दीदी
हाँ,
हैदराबाद बहुत अच्छे प्लेस है क्या?
very good place. I mean, it's a very nice place, Hyderabad.
ओके.
Very
IT
beautiful
स्टूडेंट्स के लिए
place.
बहुत अच्छा है.
Yeah,
गए तो
and even for career.
तेलंगाना की कैपिटल है ना वो, हैदराबाद.
तेलंगाना का capital.
नहीं, तेलंगाना
वही है,
नहीं है ना वो.
हैदराबाद तेलंगाना में ही आता है.
हाँ, it comes near Telangana side
तेलंगाना
section.
वही
I
है
do not
लेकिन
know if it is a capital. मेरे को actually नहीं पता शायद capital है कि नहीं वो.
यस यस, दिस इज
यस,
तेलंगाना
कैपिटल है,
कैपिटल है.
कैपिटल है.
Capital, no? Capital, yeah. I was confused between Telangana and this.
आंध्रा.
तेलंगाना तो फिर बाद में है ना, स्टेट है करके.
Yeah. That is the reason. So I was confused.
टेक्नोलॉजी इंडस्ट्री बहुत है वहाँ पे ना.
Yeah. So as I was saying, तो मैं recently दिल्ली जाके आई थी last year. तो हम जलंगवाला बाग और दिल्ली में क्या क्या हुआ था, like the Red Fort and all that. So when I visited that place,
दीदी लास्ट टाइम कभी गए थे आप?
मैं दिल्ली लास्ट ईयर गई थी, 2019 अक्टूबर नवंबर के मंथ में.
मैं 2019 में भी गया था, 2020 में भी गया था.
वाओ, दैट्स.
दीदी बोलो
2019 में
फिर क्या
रनिंग के
हुआ?
लिए गया था नेशनल,
हाँ.
और इस साल कबड्डी के लिए गया था नेशनल.
वाओ, दैट्स गुड.
दीदी
हाँ, I'm telling Preeti. So मैं गई थी वहाँ पे and we entered the gateway. So जैसे ही हम लोग गए थे वहाँ पे, तो there was one of my friend who was an history student. So we actually became tourist guides for our friends. Like हम लोग बोल रहे थे ये चीज लिखा है वो गेट पे. If you go to the gate, you will see literally inscriptions or some things are there on the wall written. Okay, written. अगर आप Google Maps पे जाओगे, zoom करोगे ना, then you will see something or the other. You can hear there are stuff written on that, the names of the people who were killed and martyred and all this stuff. So we literally became like guides and people were like, ये लोग कौन है, क्या कर रहे हैं? And then our friends were like, no, they are studying history, that's why they knew about it. So once you study history, and you go to places like that, you feel much beautiful and you feel like, अरे इसके बारे में तो हम जानते हैं, और अगर देखना है, अगर देख सकते हैं ना, when you are in that place, you feel like more beautiful about it. So if you get a chance, please visit all these places. It's amazing. ठीक है, especially जलंगवाला बाग. Please, opportunity मिला तो जाओ. काश हमारी कॉलेज लेके जा सकती थी हमको, बट ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम, क्या करें हम. ठीक है, so we'll continue. And then so as I was saying, it comprised of what? Telugu, Kannada and Marathi regional sections. Okay, it has some people who were speaking that language also in that state. Now it was ruled by Nizam. Okay, these places like Hyderabad, Lucknow, and all of these sides, you know, even Delhi, some part, you will still find the Nizams over there. You will still find the Nawabs like Patodi. You know, Saif Ali Khan. पता है ना सैफ अली खान नवाब है guys.
नहीं दीदी.
हाँ लखनऊ से है ना वो
हाँ,
नवाब
Nawab.
खानदान
Now
से।
his daughter is also one.
दीदी
princess.
कौन
Saif Ali Khan.
सैफ अली खान एक्टर।
Actor Saif Ali Khan.
अच्छा।
Preeti, you
हाँ,
don't
हाँ।
watch movies? Or Preeti, you listen to songs?
No.
It's okay.
मूवीज ज्यादा.
रेस मूवी का एक्टर वही।
It's okay, no problem. Chalo, we'll continue. So he put restrictions on the civil and political rights. कुछ चालू हुआ क्या किसी का? कुछ any recording is going on because I'm already recording out here.
Audio now unmuted.
नहीं एक्चुअली वो मेरा टॉकबैक का आवाज आया बिकॉज मैं अनम्यूट कर रहा था ना खुद को तो स्वाइप कर रहा था।
Okay, fine. I'll go ahead. So he put the restrictions on the civil and political rights of his subjects to a great extent. ठीक है? Now ये निजाम ने ये काम किया, इन्होंने restrictions डाल दिया. You know, so even going from one state to another became difficult for these people because there were so many restrictions and laws put up. To fight against the suppressive policies of Nizam, people of the state established various organizations, namely Andhra Parishad in Telangana, Maharashtra Parishad in Marathwada, and Karnataka Parishad in Karnataka. Swami Ramanand Tirtha led Hyderabad freedom struggle skillfully with the help of loyal workers of these organizations. Now, he founded the Hyderabad State Congress and gave a momentum to the struggle of Hyderabad's assassination. Okay, so you can see each state is fighting. First it was Junagadh, then Junagadh आ गई थी हमारे इंडिया में, फिर हैदराबाद आया, how the people fought, how these parishads started coming up, and then Swami Ramanand Tirtha led this freedom struggle. Okay, the Hyderabad State Congress passed a resolution in favor of Hyderabad's merger in India. So Hyderabad also decided that we will also be a part of India. Now this state, Hyderabad, also will be a part of India. Okay, it was opposed by the Nizam for fear of losing his hold. He was willing to join Pakistan. Matlab, see, each and every Nizam wanted to join Pakistan, but the people did not want to merge with Pakistan. The people were in favor of India, while the ruler was in favor of Pakistan. Qasim Rizvi, who could exercise considerable influence over Nizam, founded an organization called Razakar. Okay, and Qasim Razvi, sorry, what is it, Razvi or Rizvi? Known as Rizvi, right? Razvi and his organization practiced many things against the people who were fighting for democracy. ठीक है, बहुत सारे stuff होने लगे. Now, obviously the Nizam, the Nawab over there, he did not want to, get into India. He wanted to go to Pakistan, and the people, the subjects over there, did not want to move because Hyderabad was in India, right? It was already in India. Now, when they were making a which state wants to go where, what is going to happen, so the people obviously wanted to remain. If I tell you that Atul, Avishkar, Preeti, I want you to get out of your houses right now and just go to America, you will not leave your house. You will be like, no, I want to stay here. This is my home. My parents have given birth to me here. I will grow here. If it will happen, I will go for a job or something like that. But I am not going to leave my country. Okay, it was like that. Their thinking was like that. Then he was 1 minute now. Now the Nizam was adamant on his policies. He was like, no, I am not going to free these people. He was averse to any negotiations and closed all the channels of talking, of conversing. He was like, मेरे को किसी की सुननी नहीं है, मेरे को किसी को कुछ बोलना नहीं है, ये मेरा रूल है, ये मेरा लॉ है, इसके अगेंस्ट तुम जाओगे तो तुम मार डाले जाओगे. Okay. Ultimately, the Indian government launched a police campaign against Nizam. This campaign was named as Operation Polo. Okay, on 17 September 1948, Nizam finally surrendered and Hyderabad state was merged in India. Fine, remember this, very important. a camping, okay, was carried out. It was called as Operation Polo, and on 17th September 1948, Nizam finally surrendered and Hyderabad state emerged in India. Fine. But before that, कोई मेरे को बताएगा कि when was what was Junagadh state in India formed, in India merged? Can someone tell me?
February 1948.
Okay, good. February 1948. So see, first remember accordingly, ठीक है? First आता है जुनागढ़, तो अगर जुनागढ़ first आता है तो उसका month भी first आएगा, so it will be February, and the year is same for Hyderabad and Junagadh is 1948. The only difference is that it was in the month of September when these guys got when their state merged with India. All clear here, guys? Hello, people.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Clear. It's clear.
okay.
Yes, Didi.
Cool. Okay, so it's very I hope you guys are understanding, because it's very, very clear. They are all talking about, the people, the subjects want to be very common things. I will tell you between the two states is that the people want to stay in India, not the rulers. Okay, the rulers, when I say rulers, that means those nizams who were ruling that state. Okay, remember, and they wanted to go to Pakistan. They wanted to merge with Pakistan. So the two common things I will tell you very, very quickly so that you guys can remember. Okay, first also in Junagadh as well as Hyderabad, the Nizams who wanted to merge with Pakistan. Fine. Now they both merged in India as a state in the year 1948. Only difference is Junagadh is in February and Hyderabad is in September. And people opposed the decision of the Nizams. In both places, people opposed the decision of the Nizams. Fine. We go to the next place, that is the Kashmir issue. Now, Hari Singh, the ruling king of the state of Kashmir, had decided neither to join India nor Pakistan after India's independence. However, Pakistan had plans to annex Kashmir to its territory. Therefore, Pakistan began to pressurize King Hari Singh. Okay, now Pakistan. Now, just tell me, has anybody visited Kashmir? But कोई कश्मीर गया है?
दीदी नो.
No. Okay, fine. So
दीदी आप सबको नाम डाल के ऐसा पढ़ा सकते हैं.
Actually इसमें ज़्यादा नाम तो नहीं है. It's like just one person out here, that was King Hari Singh. It's a very common name, King Hari Singh. Okay, Hari Singh. That's it. Okay. So he was ruling at that time. Okay, and now everybody knows. Till now we do not know. We are still fighting for Kashmir, because Kashmir is like Jannat. It's like heaven and hell. Why I say hell? Because every time, every day there are wars and wars happening. There's I was going to one tuition teacher in my vicinity. ठीक है, मेरी building में वो tuition teacher थी और वो कश्मीरी थी. Okay, she was very, very beautiful, and these Kashmiris got a very good skin and all those things, And उन्होंने क्या किया पता है? अभी उनकी शादी हुई थी, and they have come to Bombay, but उनके parents वहाँ पे थे. You know what she did? And there were nobody with her parents. She brought her parents to Mumbai. Okay, she brought her parents to Mumbai. Her parents are staying with her only. So it is so difficult, तुम लोग भी सुनते होंगे कि कितना difficult होता है कश्मीर में, to live in. And there are various series, or seasons अगर आप देखोगे तो on Kashmir or the people in Kashmir and all of these things. Fine. Recently I was watching a series जो उसका नाम हक से है. So it was a very beautiful series I was watching. बहुत अच्छे से explain किया था कि how people, life is so difficult, especially for women out there. It is very, very difficult to even talk, like how we all are talking. You guys must be seeing, तुम्हारी बहनें भी यहाँ पे बात कर रही है, तुम्हारी माँ बात कर रही है, तुम्हारी माँ को एक opinion देने का हक होता है, बहन को हक होता है. वहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. अब भी थोड़ा mindset change हुआ है. Fine. Getting back to the topic, on 22nd October 1947, armed bands of intruders attacked Kashmir from Pakistan border. King Hari Singh, who wanted to maintain independent status, asked India for help. On 27th October 1947, he consented to merge Kashmir in India and officially submit the agreement, okay, to the government of India. So, abhi kya hua is that there's a scene going on. Now, as I said, Pakistan and India both wanted Kashmir, but then what happened is when King Hari Singh was there, some intruders came from the Kashmir border, and there was some stuff going on. You know, like if those guys have come into Kashmir border, then they thodi na wo log khana khane aaye रहेंगे, so they came to kill people or do something or create fear. You know, so Hari Singh seeked for help from India, and then there was this agreement which was supposed to be signed. Okay. The Indian army was sent for Kashmir's protection. It captured a significant portion of Kashmir's territory that was acquired by the armed intruders from Pakistan border. However, they managed to keep their hold on some portion. Now, in 1948, India presented the Kashmir issue in United Nations. Thus, Kashmir issue became an international issue. Even the United Nations could not persuade Pakistan to withdraw their troops from the territory of Kashmir occupied by them. However, then the National Conference Party decided on a session to solve the issue and to cede Kashmir to India. Now, the Constitution of Jammu and Kashmir was drafted, and since the Jammu Kashmir has been an integral part of the Republic of India, it was accorded a special status under Article 370. So some parts of Kashmir are with us, okay, not the whole thing, okay, not the whole thing, but still there are wars, still there are fights. You must be hearing like कितने सारे army officers बोलते रहेंगे ना, yeah, in YouTube you must have heard about these army officers who are from Jammu Kashmir saying that how bad it is, and you know कभी भी कुछ भी चालू हो सकता है. Find any doubts regarding these three places? Can somebody repeat these three places का नाम? चलो फटफट.
Junagadh, Hyderabad and Kashmir.
Audio now muted.
जूनागढ़, हैदराबाद और कश्मीर. कश्मीर.
Very good, very good. किसी को कुछ डाउट है?
No.
No, fine. So I think you already.
दीदी जुनागढ़
वो डेट्स रिपीट करो ना, वो इंडिया में कब इंक्लूड हुए वो डेट्स रिपीट करो ना.
Okay, fine. So Junagadh was in February 1948. Hyderabad was in September 1948. And Jammu Kashmir, it was accorded a special status under Article 370. Okay, यहाँ पे बताया नहीं गया है कि कब आया है, because obviously it is not fully in India. Okay, it is still not fully in India, but some portion is in India. Fine. According,
Yes.
the status comes under the Article 370. Fine, we are still fighting for it. We're still fighting for it. Now we go to the next point. The 7.1 khatam hota hai yahan pe. Now we go moving to the next point is 7.2. Now Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Dadra and Nagar Haveli are located in the interior parts of Gujarat coast. It is on the northern banks of the river Daman-Ganga. Okay, it was a part of Portuguese dominion and was administered by a Portuguese governor. It was anticipated that after India's independence, the Portuguese would hand over these regions to India and quit. However, they did not do so. Okay, now therefore, the local people in Dadra and Nagar Haveli rose against the Portuguese. The organizations, namely United Front of Goans, Azad Gomantak Dal, came together and planned a campaign to free these regions from the Portuguese rule. Okay, so basically everyone knows. Is anyone unmuted their mic? Yeah, muted their mic. Yeah, unmute क्या है ये? Okay.
you mic चले I think हुआ बंद sorry.
Wait. Okay. So what is it now? Every one of us know. पहले पोर्चुगीज आई, ठीक है, फिर ब्रिटिश आया, फिर उसके ब्रिटिश के पहले थोड़ा फ्रेंच लोग आए, फिर ब्रिटिश आए, ठीक है. Now these Portuguese did not want to go back. They did not want to go back. And मेरी एक मतलब मेरी दादी है, तो she was telling us that day recently only, वो बोल रही थी कि हमारे एरिया में, so she used to stay in Bombay, okay, typical Bombay, and that was near Andheri. Fine, Andheri में रहती थी वो, Jew करके. So she would used to say there were Portuguese staying out there because एक तो Jew beach है वहाँ पे, because it's a it's a like sea hai wahan pe. So she used to tell us, there were many Portuguese even after the independence. So you can imagine, and still some of the Portuguese people are still there in Goa. ठीक है. Recently एक incident हुआ था ना, जहाँ पे उनको अपना Portuguese identity दिखाना पड़ा and passport दिखाना पड़ा, and all of these things were going in Goa. This news was going in Goa. So that way these guys were still there. So they were still there in Gujarat, and they did not want to leave. So but the people were very upset. People were like, no, if the British is going, you also have to go. So just please move out of the country. So in 1954, Francis Macarenius, Vimal Sardesai, the leaders of Azad Gomantak Dal intensified the struggle. Now with fierce protestations, people captured Nagar Haveli. Okay. And the other I just read this. 1 minute. 8 minutes. Sorry. So local police stations and administrative offices were attacked. Okay. Public unrest reached such extent that 1 minute, that the Portuguese army had to beat a retreat. The Portuguese captain Fidalgo surrendered. Then this guy Fidalgo, he surrendered because if there is so much of violence happening, and now see Portuguese, now if some, now British to nikal gayi thi. Now they are talking about 1954, so obviously the British are almost gone from India. Some people were there, very few people who were not even bothered, like it's okay, I want to stay back in India and all of these things. So these Portuguese were like left alone. So they decided that now this captain, he decided to surrender finally. So the government of India appointed KG Badalani to bring normalcy in administration in this area. So according to the agreement with the Indian government, the region of Dadra and Nagar Haveli was merged in India on 2nd August 1954. Okay. Remember, now this Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Again, we'll go again. So Junagadh, can someone tell me when was Junagadh?
Didi February, no?
February 1948.
1948, yes.
Very good. Then when is apna Hyderabad?
September 1948.
1948.
Okay, cool. The next thing is, remember, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, 2nd August 1954. Okay, so just after 1948, 2nd August 1954. Okay, Dadra and Nagar Haveli was merged in India. Now, Vishwanath Lavande, Rajbabu Vakankar, Sudhir Phadke, Nana Sahib Kajarkar, Nilubhav Lamhe, Vasant and many others participated in this struggle. So in 1961, Dadra and Nagar Haveli were given the status of union territories. Okay, so this was the thing which was happening. Again, coming to the point, when did it merge, Dadra and Nagar Haveli? Wapas division.
Didi
2nd August
1854, na?
Not 1854.
1954.
1954. And which was the month?
August 2nd.
Very
2
good.
August.
Yes, it's not 2 August, it's 2nd August. Fine. 2nd August
Yes, yes.
1954. Fine. I think I'll cover Goa also. थोड़ा time है, 5 minute में complete कर दूंगी Goa में. ठीक है. Our next 7.3 is Goa. Okay. मैं पूछ रही हूँ because I like asking people, like, have you visited this place or no? So कोई गोवा गया है?
No.
दीदी गोवा नहीं गया, लेकिन पढ़ा है बहुत गोवा के बारे में.
जाना है?
जाने का है.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask the boys, ज्यादा है? लड़कों को ज्यादा है?
जाना
नहीं,
है।
दीदी मैं कब जाऊंगा मैं बताऊँ क्या?
हाँ बोलो ना।
आफ्टर मैरिज।
ओके
मुझे 2 जगह जाना है।
ठीक है, ये सब रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है, ठीक है, मैम देख लेंगे और मैम आपको भेज देंगे फिर, ठीक है।
हम नहीं सर देख लेंगे।
हाँ सर भेज देंगे, फाइन। सो इट्स अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल प्लेस, गोवा बहुत अच्छी जगह है। रिसेंटली मेरे भाई गए थे, तो उनकी फ्रेंड की शादी थी, तो गए थे वहाँ पे, और बहुत सारी फोटोग्राफ्स खींची उन्होंने, और हमको इतना जलाया बिकॉज आई वेंट टू गोवा व्हेन आई वाज अ किड, एंड एज आई सेड बचपन में जाते हो तो एक तो मम्मी का पल्लू पकड़ पकड़ के जाना पड़ता है, यू नो, यू डोंट नो व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन, एंड गोवा जैसी जगह पे मम्मी को कौन लेके जाता है, राइट? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कौन लेके जाता है मम्मी, पेरेंट्स को
Yes,
कौन लेके
दीदी।
जाता है? You have to go with your friends, right? So it's like, you know, time of, you know, going together, spending a lot of time together, because it's a place like that, you know, it's a very good environment, and that is why the Portuguese, you know, when they came, they loved this place and they
Mute
settled
my
out
audio.
there only. ठीक है? So the movement of liberating Goa from the Portuguese rule had begun during pre-independence times only. तो उनको जो now when I say Goa, okay, there were some Marathi speaking people and regions also connected to it. Fine. And those guys wanted to, you know, push out these Portuguese people from there because it will become a Portuguese dominated place there. Still people speak Portuguese, okay? Still people speak Portuguese. So I don't know how many of you guys are Maharashtrians out here, but you know, there is Konkani Marathi also. Okay, there's Konkani Marathi also. So
Audio now unmuted.
दीदी
यस
hello, yeah,
दी
Preeti.
यस यस
दीदी कोंकण कोंकण रेलवे
कोंकणी,
वो
हाँ वो
वो
उधर उस साइड बोली
oh
जाती है,
my
गोवा
god,
बॉर्डर एंड गोवा स्टेट में।
So the main
एक्चुअली
language
रत्नागिरी
of,
साइड आता है।
yes,
एक एक करके बोलो ना, कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहे।
okay, sure. So the main language of Goa is Goans. You call them
कोंकणी।
Goans, right? It was Konkani. Okay. And when
दीदी
yes,
मैं क्या पूछ रही थी कि कोंकण रेलवे वो सब गोवा में ना?
गोवा साइड जाने के लिए रूट है वो कोंकण
रत्नागिरी
रेलवे।
हाँ वो
not in Goa,
रूट
but
है
रत्नागिरी
हाँ
yes,
वही।
yes, yes. It's like, you know, एकदम महाराष्ट्र से जो भी महाराष्ट्र
रत्नागिरी साइड भी रहता है वो।
yes, very true,
मेरी
Satara.
लैंग्वेज
हाँ, संकेत
हाँ,
उधर
वो-
से ही है।
Yeah. So you know, when we see,
अतुल चुप ना।
so you have all these places. So now when Goa was so connected to all these Marathi speaking places and regions, so obviously these guys want to kick them out from there, and they wanted, like, you Portuguese, please go, leave from here. Okay. And then in 1928 Goa Congress Committee was founded in Mumbai. Dr. T.D. Kunha was the president of this committee. Now in 1929 Goa Congress Committee had an integral branch of Indian National Congress in Indian National Congress. So in 1939, posters with "Quit Goa" slogans were posted all over Goa. Francis Macarius, the president of United Goan Front, unfurled the Indian flag in Goa. तो उन्होंने बोला कि चलो ये नीचे निकालने का टाइम आ ही गया है. So in 1946, under the leadership of Dr. Ram Manohar Lohi, the movement of civil disobedience in Goa was launched. Okay, Dr. Lohi was arrested and was deported from Goa. Now what happened? Dr. T.B. Kunha, Purushottam Kakorkar, Dr. Ram Hegde, Dr. P.P. Shirodkar and Gopal Mayakar were arrested for participating in the Satyagraha at Madgaon. Okay, so Madgaon was a place in Goa. So all these people, when they were doing this act, you know, when they were doing the Satyagraha, people started, the officials over there started noticing it, and they started arresting these people because it was not right to do so. Now, Dr. Kunha was imprisoned for 8 years. He was sent to a prison. Okay, 1 minute, ये तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही नीचे चला गया. 1 minute. So sorry, so what happened is, after I was saying Dr. Lohi was arrested, and then after Dr. Kunha was imprisoned for 8 years, he was sent to prison, in Portugal. Okay, so Portuguese लोग पोर्चुगल से आए थे. So they took him directly there, so he couldn't have more contact with the people in Goa. Later, after returning to India, he started publishing 2 newspapers, namely Azad Goa and Swatantra Goa. Okay, can somebody repeat what I said just now? Which 2 papers?
Azad Goa and एक और था, स्वतंत्र गोवा.
Yes, very good. Okay, this was by Dr. T.V. Kunha. His full name is Dr. T.V. Kunha. Okay, मैं फटफट जाऊंगी अभी. So after India's independence, the movement for liberating Goa took roots in Maharashtra. Now in 1954, the Goa Vimochan Sahika Samiti was founded at Pune. Keshavrao Jidhe, N.G. Gur, and Jayantarao Tilak took the responsibility of directing the movement. Some groups who volunteered for the cause of Goa's liberation marched to Goa under the leadership of N.G. Gore and Senapati Bapat. Now, these were the groups where these leaders, they volunteered themselves. So they became part of these groups, So one group of the volunteers unfurled the national flag of India on the fort of Panji. Panji, it's known as Panji, it's known as Panjim in Goa. There were a number of other eminent people who participated in Goa liberation movement. It included people like Pandit Mahadesh, okay, 1 minute, it's blur. Madeshashri Joshi, Shirbhau Limhare, Peter Alvarez, and Sudha Joshi. The contribution of Mohan Ranade in this struggle is very significant. So you can see people started, so people actually started feeling like, no, abhi agar British gaya to Portuguese ko bhi jana chahiye. And these guys already wanted to. So as you have seen, in the before I was reading is that before pre-independence only they wanted to remove them out from the place. They were so irritated with these Portuguese people. Okay, I'll finish this Goa topic, okay, today. So he systematically began anti-Portuguese propaganda in Goa with the help of Azad Gomantak Dal. He also started armed struggles. Now he started armed struggle against the Portuguese. Abhi agar army agar guns, bullets वो सब आ गए तो it will cause a lot of violence. Okay, so during an attack on a police station, he was shot and got injured. Portuguese government kept him in jail till 1972. Acharya P.K. Atre used the daily newspaper Maratha published by him as a platform for supporting the movement. So this movement still did not stop after this guy going into jail. The strong public sentiments in the matter of Goa's liberation moved Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to act on it. A mission was planned under the code name Operation Vijay. Okay, remember Jawaharlal Nehru saw this liberation moved him, okay, and a mission was planned under the code name Operation Vijay. Indian army descended in Goa to accomplish the mission. The army was helped by local civilians as well, because the civilians obviously wanted Portuguese people to go out, so they helped those army people. They showed the army places where the Portuguese had planted landmines. The Portuguese surrendered within 48 hours. On 19 December 1961, Goa became a part of Indian Republic. The foreign rule of 450 years came to an end. Okay, we'll go again, revising again. So can somebody tell me when is Junagadh?
February
1948.
1948.
Good. Then is Dadra and Nagar Haveli?
September, no, August.
August 1954.
August 2nd, 1948.
1954.
Okay, 1 minute, Preeti. Who else is talking?
Sumit.
Okay, Sumit, what are you saying?
2nd August 1954.
No, it is not 2nd August. 2nd August is something else. हैदराबाद का क्या है? हैदराबाद और इसका
September 1948.
September 1948. वेरी गुड. और फिर उसके बाद क्या था? उसके बाद कौन सी
हाँ
जगह थी?
दीदी, हाँ, हैदराबाद का था 19
September. Hyderabad is September 1948. Fine.
ओके, एंड 1954 का क्या था?
1954 is the एक मिनट, कश्मीर के पहले, वन सेक, हाँ 1954, एक मिनट, इस स्लाइड ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है।
दादरा नगर हवेली।
हाँ, दादरा नगर हवेली, सॉरी सॉरी सॉरी, मैंने ऊपर नीचे कर दिया। सो whoever said दादरा नगर हवेली, it is on 2nd August 1954. I'll repeat it once again for you guys, ठीक है? So first is Junagadh, that was February 1948. Then is Hyderabad, that is September 1948. Then we come to Dadra and Nagar Haveli, that is 2nd August 1954. And Goa is in 1961. 1 minute, 19th December 1961. Okay, so there is one date which is not given. It is in 2nd August दिया है, that was Dadra and Nagar Haveli. 19th December is given for Goa, and I think Hyderabad के लिए एक date
नहीं दिया है।
डेट नहीं दिया है। Cool. So for so we'll remember for नहीं दिया है और सितंबर के लिए दिया है on 17
कश्मीर
September।
के लिए नहीं दिया,
कश्मीर के लिए नहीं दिया है, और कश्मीर के लिए नहीं दिया है। So एक मिनट में वापस डेट। Okay, see, only for Junagadh they have not given a date. It's only the month and the year. But for Hyderabad it is 17 September 1948. For Dadra and Nagar Haveli it is somewhere 2nd August 1954. And for Goa 19 December 1961. Cool.
ओके दीदी।
ओके, सो 7th हमारा 7th चैप्टर यहाँ पे फिनिश नहीं होता है। वी हैव वन मोर पॉइंट, दैट इज 7.4, दैट इज टू स्टडी, दैट इज पोर्चुगीज। वी विल डू इट इन द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर। कूल।